Okay, so we're doing some more Blackout tattoos. There's always more of these.
Always.
And with the more and more of them that are coming, you know, I feel like it's only a matter of time before there's more white and color on black.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
So this one, we've seen work from this person before.
Yeah, this is a bit of a follow-up.
So it says, hey, thanks for reacting to my first session. You nailed it on a lot of the tattoos and black work. I've gotten depth down a lot better, and since I sent that, I have decided not to keep any of the tattoos on this arm.
What a shock.
And for a completely new sleeve, I'm not sure what they mean. There is a few spot tests for the green we will be doing over the negative black spaces. Once the new sleeve is ready to be laid on, so far the rose is covered and I'm having my tattoo master help me with the saturation and technique. The first time was more of a screw it, let's tattoo myself kind of thing. Here are some more recent not lubed up shots. Haha, thanks. As always, and it says dumpy.
Yeah, this is a lot less shiny than last time.
Yeah, I remember this one.
And it does look better. The fingers are still, you know, fingers.
Those are gonna need extra though.
I wonder where the test strips of green are that he was talking about. Are they up the top? Definitely not at the bottom. That's not.
Yeah. No, I'm not seeing any green test strips.
Yeah, that owl's got to go. Yeah. So I'm wondering why that top part of the hand is still there. Like he says, everything's gonna go.
Yeah, it's
like, get to work then. Yeah. Get rid of that thing.
Run over the ocarina. Run over the hand.
This is like a textbook of like the trouble spots on fingers. You can totally see the dropout and where it's hard to saturate. But I think he's on the right path because this does look quite a bit better than last time.
Black is looking like it's in there more.
I don't know where the test spots of green are though.
Oh, I see one. Haha,
well, I was thinking that was it, but like it's so out of frame, it's hard to really get a read on it.
I think that's the test spot.
It must be, but yeah, it looks like he's used more than one different black ink in this. Or like the hand is just real fresh or something. I don't know what the hell's going on. It looks, there's some thinness at the wrist still too.
Yeah, right this little band around the wrist, for sure, I agree with that.
But I'd be interested to know what ink he's using.
Yeah, I'm curious. Let us know what ink.
If he's trying different ones. That being said, yeah, I think he's on the right path with the overall black. It's getting a lot better than it was last time. I just think, God, get rid of the rest of this stuff because this would look so much better with none of the junk. I know he said he's going to.
Yeah.
I just don't know why we're already doing new layers over the black when we still have things to black out.
Yeah, just finish blacking them out and then do your new layers.
So yeah, that'll all be roughly the same age before you start putting new things on top of it.
Yeah, it'll be settled the same amount.
Let's clean up the mess before we make another mess.
Yeah, I agree with that too. I definitely agree with that. I'm curious to see what the green on black.
Yeah, the inside of his arm is a lot worse than the outside of his arm too.
Definitely rougher.
Well, different parts of the skin, you need to be in different areas of the skin, different layers, and you know, different depth to get. Well, you have to be in the same layer, but you have to use a different depth.
Yeah, and they said that they have help from their tattoo master this time around to, you know, be better in the better depth and stuff like that.
Yeah, different hang of your needle and things like this. But I'd say that you still need some more help, obviously, but he knows that. So I would just say overall, just to get rid of the rest of it before you start adding new shit. Because it'll be a lot better if you can just work on the next layer when you're completely there.
Yeah, just have a solid black sleeve.
Yeah.
And then do the second layer.
And the other thing is if it's not really solid, then some of these colors are going to be, like, they're going to be different brightnesses too. So if, like, you put this in over some black that's not necessarily in there, parts of it will be brighter and parts of it will be darker, and you'll have a very uneven color over top of it.
Good insight.
So yeah,
excellent. So
we have this arm here.
No email about this one, but it's a you know,
yeah, just a decent piece of arm here. Just wanted to see. Yeah. No, there is an email. Sorry.
Oh, it just all got switched around.
It got switched around.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, well then I will read the email. Sorry about that, guys. So this one's from Robin. It says, hello. You're the reason I got motivated into finally doing some blackout work. Been considering it for quite some time, but never had the nerve to do it.
I'm so honored.
The most painful areas, in my opinion, I do already have covered: chest, neck, throat, hands, but I never thought it would be this intense doing black work as it's been for me doing this sleeve on my right arm. I agree with that. It is also cover up on some old shitty tattoos underneath, but it's the first run over, first layer. Took me 2 sessions to finish the whole arm. As for it is now going to run it over once more now the 25th of July. Let me hear what you think, and hopefully you will check it out and give me some tips and trick for the future. Now I'm stuck with blackout work, although the pain is intense. I will attach some photos of the first session doing the whole forearm, and then a photo of when I stopped with only the inner side of the biceps left to cover, and a photo of the final result when last spot is covered. I waited almost 3 to 4 months, sorry, before continuing. That's why it became gray, I reckon, on the first run over. Hopefully now the second run over it will stay more solid black and not so patchy, although I think the ink stuck to my skin and healed very well for being the first run with black. P.S. The massive bruise after the upper arm session is insane. Love your videos. Best regard, Robin from Sweden. Ooh, Robin wrote us a book.
Yeah, it was a lot. So,
oh, that is an intense bruise.
That's not just bruising, though. There's some inflammation there, too. There's a lot of fucking swelling in general. There's a lot of damage done there. But looks like they did a decent job. That being said, it's the inside there that he was talking about going gray like that.
Yeah.
That's just, like, this is what happens. Like, I say it all the time, like, people who are like, oh, I'm going to get a solid black arm. No. You've been looking at fucking Instagram too much. Like, this is not a thing that happens.
Yeah.
I've had people comment on my videos. They're like, your blackout is not a blackout, it's a gray out. It's like, yeah, shit, fuck, so is everyone else's. That's what happens. It does not stay black.
Yeah.
It's not out there.
Black is not black. I mean,
you put this next to this sheet, for example, I don't care if Hood did this blackout, it's not as black as that bed sheet. It's not.
Well,
it's not going to happen.
For one thing, you're seeing it through skin.
Yeah.
Through layers of skin. Of course, it's going to look...
Yeah, no, once that top layer is gone, it's been dyed black by the ink. Once that sheds, you're not going to have a pitch black sleeve no matter what you do.
Yeah.
You can get it fairly dark. I don't know why this is like such a big problem for people to understand, but the only reason why black looks super black in some tattoos is because it has contrast next to it. So if you put negative space in this, all of a sudden it looks so much darker. That's just the way it is. It bounces off the negative space, makes it look blacker.
And then, I mean, people on the internet need to stop lying as well. Like, do you know how many of these, like, blackout guys...
Well, I could put myself in this video talking. I could edit myself to be pitch black.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that I actually am, though.
And people do it all the time. Even with tattoos that aren't blackout. Like, you really, really have to question what you're seeing on Instagram and stuff. Because, you know, tattoos... And fresh tattoos, yeah, they'll always look darker. Like, people are tricking you.
Now, that being said, there's room to do a second pass here.
Oh, for sure.
But you're not doing that so much to make it darker. You're doing that to make it smoother.
Yeah, it's less about the darker, more about the smoother. Because you definitely have a lot of, like, flesh showing through in this armpit area.
But when you get that done, it's not necessarily going to appear much blacker. It's going to appear much smoother. Yeah. So the importance of second pass is, yeah, you might get a little darker, but more or less it's going to be just more consistent, more even. People need to stop striving for this Vanta black arm that we're told about, because it's not out there.
And the other thing is, too, is, you know, lotion works wonders. You're looking a little ashy.
Yeah, it looks pretty dry.
Put some lotion on.
Every part of my body I lotion every day.
Yep.
And even then, like I'm pretty dry in places by the end of the day.
Yeah, whenever, I mean, like my brother just stopped me the other day and he grabbed my arm and he goes, oh, like your tattoos, they look so vibrant. And everybody else's look so shitty. And I'm like, yeah, it's because they put lotion on them.
Yeah, lotion.
And most people don't.
Yeah, most people just get their tattoos and kind of let them fall apart. So...
yeah.
it's a thing.
It's a thing. Lotion is your friend. Your moisturized skin, your tattoo will look, especially your blackouts, they'll look way less ashy.
When you get into blackouts, yeah, they dry out, like, and they probably dry out as much as anything, but they just show so much more because they're one big surface of the same color. So it really does pay to have a good moisturizer, and you're going to have to experiment with multiple ones because some of them they're not great at it, you know what I mean? Like they soak in, you don't even really notice.
Everybody's skin is different, right?
So.
Like you have been using what, that Eucerin?
Yeah. Yeah, I just got on that. It's like a eczema one, but it's just feels really nice.
It's really thick and creamy, and it works really well for Remy. Our house is really dry. You might have really oily skin. You might want to use something
dry in general.
Yeah, you might want to use something a little lighter,
heavy duty here. The trouble spots in this are pretty consistent with the last one we looked at. Like it seems like the inside of the arm is worse than the outside of the arm.
Oh yeah,
it's different tissue, but then again, we're not seeing the healed picture of the outside either. So
no.
It's hard to say exactly.
But that inside of the arm, around the armpit, around the elbow ditch, definitely
well, it looks like he's
go over.
Got some scar tissue from some old tattoos, but I mean, I don't know if he ever had any. It's hard to say. It looks like there's a face in there.
Yeah, there's like a weird face circle up shape, here. Something up there. Could be just, well, yeah, he's got flowers and stuff.
But,
yeah,
I don't know. Yeah, the second pass is going to be helpful for sure, but it's not going to make it day one fresh. And even the day one is not as black as his shorts. It's not as black as the wall behind him. Like, we need to stop trying to
accept it.
Grab this black that doesn't exist, because it's just, I think it's like, it's giving people a false expectation, and then they're thinking that it's for reasons that it's not.
And always know that the black on your skin is going to look different than the black on somebody else's skin. I have a darker skin tone than Remy, and my black looks completely different.
Yeah, it's a different color.
Yeah,
but
because we have different skin.
Yeah, it's not that bad. It's definitely have work to do, but I don't think that it's going to be anything too crazy to get this thing up to snuff. Just another pass over the whole thing should be more than good. So yeah.